Some damage makes it easier for the scouts, so they can definitely combine to do a lot. Again, though, Astralis just going for this long control, this time having the favor up and down, baiting out those shots, and in the meantime, Astralis now, I believe, looking to try and get the short control as well. If they can get that short control, obviously, it'd be very difficult for them to hold down A, being able to actually just split in towards the bomb site, so it could be massive if they do lose that, and indeed, as soon as that player who was pushed up drops, now they're, the KARRİGAN, I mean, rather, just being in so much trouble on this bomb site.
And talking about him being in trouble, he gets deleted, and Robs is Robs used to push the spawn.
Unfortunately, not having a flash to throw over to try and pressure around mid there. I wouldn't like to see them have someone push out immediately, though, just because, as we do see, it is that stack, and it would be very risky indeed, though. Two players just walk out tunnels, and with that, they clear position right now, unless he somehow gets a quick double dink on Dupree.
Yeah, it's not a round where Astrali should be losing too much, and it's not a round where they do.
Taking a little bit of damage in the meantime, and eventually KARRİGAN trying to play around that smoke.
See, Mouse are that little bit too scared of Astralis. Like, they're seeing early contact, heavy contact out towards long. Gives Astralis all the room to execute, just like we're seeing now. Quite quickly, flashes out. Chris J picks up one. A good start for them, but they lose Robs. And with just the op in the back of the site, missing his shot, I don't think Chris J is long for this world. Stuck behind the box, going out for a peek, and shut the hell down. Flanking through on
their back just to make sure that the sound cue won't be heard. Obviously spotting that first player now, being patient, eventually having to tap off, but it's as the flash comes over, so the other players didn't even immediately realize where it came from.
Making it forward in stage 2 of ESL Pro, them down a notch, so it'd only be head-to-heads with Na'Vi, so very dependent on the Fnatic Na'Vi match going on right now. This is not towards the B side. WOXİC still holding short this whole round, and Astralis, they're just showing no weakness.
Instantly. Leaving it all on WOXÍC. He's on short right now, so there's no way. Not an option unless he manages to get another kill here. They'll allow him to run away. Unfortunately,
still looking like they might be okay as long as Na'Vi don't reverse sweep it. Oh, the pistols early on, they're getting some reward. KARRİGAN onto Dupree. Let's see what else they can muster as Frozen's up close alongside KARRİGAN trying to take the fight. The smoke's blocking off some of the angles, and the AK is showing their superiority on the spams. Up close here, WOXÍC should be spotted as well, and yes, he is coming around the back of the smoke with just Ryan. Because regardless of what happens with Na'Vi,
it's been a while now for sure. Again, the opening kill does go in favor of Astralis. It's actually Xyp9x who's still out on long right now. You can see that was kind of just to pull some players towards that side of the map, because right now the full focus is this B split. It looks like they are going to try and just fall back off and actually catch that long aggression. KARRÍGAN, once the B split, I suppose, was called in, tries to flank out. Glaive going to be able to catch one in the CT spawn, and suddenly the A bomb site is just completely fallen. A plant going to come in. Mousesports again left in a very difficult retake in the 2-on-3. And unless Chris J can do...
Chris J creeping forward. He's going to be spotted from the op, and that indeed seals the fate of the round. Rob's legged as he tries. They're ready, though. They're actually flashing around. He picks up one, but he's blind. And that's the end of
indeed. Able to do some damage. It is MAGISK, I believe, who also will try and follow up now on mid as they spot WOXÍC as they spam him down. He's trapped in that corner. Unlikely he lives very long now as the nade goes in.
And that's the end of WOXÍC's story, and Frozen as well. Robs has been spotted on B. He's just got the deagle, but he's been split as well. KARRÍGAN finds a kill. He's probably just going to save the rifle. It's Device. Device HP player of Dupree is actually the one that's leading the charge. As they rush on through, Glaive going to go back out in front. Makes sense with 100 HP.
That comes in, so it really does have to be Mousesports trying to claw back 6 gun rounds in a row.
He's got the AWP, so perhaps a chance, but Astralis not going to be giving him one. Only goes through. I don't think it actually landed.
No, it popped right above the car.
Oh, and that's
a big mistake.
Kill immediately. Absolutely.
Use kid. But when you look again that they have the double op setup, which they kind of need to bring into this next round to actually have a buy, they just need to, again, back away. And Astralis have so much money, they don't care. The second they realize this is a save, they're going to start trying to hunt it down. And
indeed, as they move towards the bomb site, it's the long-range angles, not really where you want to be challenging the ops. As time ticks away, the op firing off in the distance. They know what they want to take down. The swing around
actually getting dinked by the auto sniper. I believe Chris J getting dinked down through the smoke as well. Right now, though, on long, there is again a couple of players from Mouse trying to challenge the corner. And as we see KARRÍGAN fall, Frozen left with few options, does retreat back to the spawn. One of the ops already being taken down low. Device, despite being 50 in health, actually challenges mid and manages to win out against Rops as well.
We may be seeing a repeat of that. Going for a save this late on in the game is, I mean, incredibly unlikely. Double smokes on the cross, molly for the site, they'll make it over. Chris J has to do something about this. There's a molly going for him. Oh no, Chris J! He's taken down by the bullets just before. The Zipnix gets a double, and WOXİC now in a 1v5. AWP in his hands and a bullet in his head. 11 rounds for Astralis. They are not
Gandalf thrown directly on top of him. It just kind of made things even worse, as Zipix, I believe, at the exact moment was also taking a little bit of a... Maybe was going to try and go through the doors, but he decides against it. For now, though, that commitment indeed finally will come into B, and the nearest player being WOXÍC. Having that AWP, I guess the goal is to try and pick one off as they actually cross. Unfortunately, though, the smoke's going down make that very difficult.
Okay, Device on top mid's being spotted. That's maybe a kill to come through. The trade is at least found. And a 1v3 for Frozen retaking B. There's another kill on the board. Surely he goes for it at this point. He suspects a player to be pushing middle and hopes he can catch him off guard. But no, Dupree is just tucked in. Dupree was the one to trade it back. And although they're losing players, and usually this would be significant, the only thing it maybe
no actual damage being connected for Mousesports. They've had a few players tagged down heavily and haven't really been able to deal anything at all out.
I think it's worth saying, you know, this is round number 13 where the auto snipers came out. Not what you see every day. Oh, the swing from Dupree. Maybe they are getting a little bit careless. The signal of the auto snipers. As they go out there for a peek on a B and realize there's an op in play, which they should have guessed would have been saved over. Damage taken by Zipnix trying to 1v1 the pistols on long as they go to push forward again into the op. No trade possible. Mousesports might be looking at their first round on the board. No surprise, it's the one where the autos came through. The confidence playing in a little bit, but even still, Dean, I'm not an expert on this. I can't say that I'm in Astralis' comms or as knowledgeable about them as I'm sure the players and the coach whoops. But I don't think they're going to be tilted at giving away a round. I think that's affordable.
Oh, Device, he'd been trying to play around tunnels for a while, eventually traded out to the rifle, and as he tried to go above the smoke, it didn't work out. Zipix, though, goes up on the exact same angle and does catch 2 kills for himself. As we can see, though, the time is so low. There's already the quick flank coming in through tunnels. The Molotov actually doesn't land on window. That could have given them the chance. And if they can pull it back to 3 rounds, maybe there is some hope. But can they hold down this long control? Again, they've been having trouble here time and time again, and it doesn't seem like it's going to change right now because they are just being cleaned up. They get a couple of trades, but that's it. It's left onto those 2 B players now to rotate over.
Yeah, Dupree was playing solo B again, just distracting them. Not quite lurking so much as just straight fighting them. As he gets naded down and killed, it doesn't matter. They've bought themselves the time to get onto the bomb site. Zipnix turns, and through the smoke, Rops goes down into the ground as Chris J in a 1v3 is about to be flanked out on short. Takes the fight and gets the kill. Chris J is looking for it, but Zipnix, he's good for 2. Trade frag. They thought they knew they were up against mostly pistols, and you could see they weren't stressed about the round overall. That's a fantastic pick to start this one off from Device. Another comes through as Chris J answers eventually. It's too little too late. Dupree's in, trading back. WOXÍC's on 15 HP, and I'm glad this happened. I hate it when teams pick DUST2. This is kind of why.
But I don't think normally picking DUST2 means they're going to get smashed 14-1 potentially at the half. Bit of hope right there as KARRİGAN obviously, though, a little bit of a comeback wouldn't be enough. They need to just make this happen. They need to get the victory here and try and take it onto a map number 3, as it is just going to be the straight-up B rush. Right now, MAGISK in the corner was blinded, but also a couple of the Mousesports players, I believe, being slowed down by the flashes as well, and eventually MAGISK, once he gets vision, just taps away at the heads. It's all onto Frozen and Chris J, and they only managed to find 1 kill before
they've managed to do it by the looks of things, and if they can just find this round here, they will close it out with a successful 16-1 and an insanely dominant 32-4 series. Down goes 1 early on, but KARRİGAN is traded out. And with that, Mousesports look to take the A-bomb site. They're pushing right into Device, who's sitting down on the bomb site, looking for them. He knows Chris J can be around CT, and he's trying to spot it, but also has to be worried about a player peeking up onto him. Mouse will late execute into short as well, so this is going to be a test for the A defenders.
Yeah, Chris J in the CT spawn is in a lot of trouble now because they did realize that he actually got down there, so just flashing in, working together. Eventually Frozen able to pull one back if he can take this player towards the long corner, who does only have an MP9 being Zipix. It could be difficult for him to hold, but that is a nicely timed nade. Able to get himself 1. Molly goes in as well to try and delay WOXÍC from moving forward and getting that bomb planted, so at this point he has to just try and take this